Ed Gein, the architect of horror, who inspired cinema. Plainfield, Wisconsin, 1957. Imagine a small, quiet town where everyone knows everyone, a place where horror only existed in cheap novels. On November 16th, that peace was shattered. Bernice Warden, the owner of the local hardware store, had disappeared. The last person seen near her shop was Edward Theodore Gein, a solitary, timid farmer known for doing odd jobs. It didn't take long for the police to follow Gein's trail to his remote farm. What they found there transcended any nightmare: the mother cult and the origin of the darkness. To understand Ed Gein, one must travel back to his childhood. Edward was born in 1906 and grew up under the shadow of Augusta Gein, a religious, dominant, and fanatical mother who instilled in him a paralyzing fear of sin, sex, and all women, whom she considered prostitutes and sinners, except for herself. Augusta isolated her sons, Ed and Henry, on the family farm to protect them from the evil of the world. When his father, an abusive alcoholic, died in 1940, Augusta's influence became absolute. In 1944, Ed's brother Henry died in a suspicious brush fire. Some believe it was Ed's first murder. Finally, in 1945, Augusta died of a heart attack. His mother's death was the final trigger. Ed, who had never known genuine affection or had social or romantic contact, was left completely alone on the farm. His mind, already fragile, disintegrated. Augusta's room was sealed, turned into an untouchable sanctuary. Without his mother's authority, but with her voice permanently recorded in his mind, Ed became obsessed with reviving her, or at least with the female anatomy she had so forbidden. The profanation and the macabre craftsmanship. Unable to interact with living women, Ed dedicated himself to desecrating graves in local cemeteries, searching for the bodies of women of a similar age and physique to his mother. He himself confessed to having visited the cemetery at least 40 times, exhuming at least 9 or 10 bodies. Gein was meticulous. He covered the graves so the theft would not be noticed. These bodies became the raw material for his gruesome craftsmanship. Upon searching his farm, police officers encountered a catalog of horror that defies human credulity. The inventory revealed bowls made from human skulls, chairs upholstered with human skin, a belt made from nipples, leggings, a vest, and an apron fashioned from human skin. Face masks made from flayed faces. Most disturbing was the body of Bernice Warden in the shed, decapitated, disemboweled, and hung by the ankles. Her head was found in a bag, and police also recovered the head of Mary Hogan, a tavern owner who disappeared in 1954, whose crime Ed also confessed to. The legacy of the Plainfield ghoul, Edward Gein, was declared legally insane and therefore unfit to stand trial. He spent the rest of his life institutionalized in psychiatric facilities, being a model patient until his death in 1984. Although only convicted of 2 murders, his name, nicknamed the Butcher of Plainfield, was immortalized in the darkest way by inspiring modern horror cinema. His sick bond with his mother and his double life inspired Norman Bates in Psycho, 1960. His use of human skin and the image of his rural horror farm created the iconic masked killer Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. His obsession with making skin suits influenced the character of Buffalo Bill in The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. The Gein case was not that of a prolific serial killer, but that of a tormented recluse who, upon losing his only anchor in the world, crossed the line into a form of madness so specific and aberrant that it compelled Hollywood to create characters that, to most, seemed impossible.